Life, tell us about what changed. In 2010, after my car accident, I decided I would give my all to recover, and if I didn't, I would kill myself. After hospital time and rehab, I finally went home. Pain and loneliness was too much and I decided I wanted to die. One lonely night, I loaded up my shotgun and put the barrel in my mouth, finger on the trigger. I was a hair away from pulling that trigger. I closed my eyes and thought of my fiancée, wife now, mom, dad, sister, etc., and I put it down. I have thought of that night every day, along with other intrusive thoughts every single day for 7 years. Last year I decided to seek help. I was medicated, which led me to open up to my wife, who had no idea what I was experiencing for 7 years. Since medication and opening up to my wife and psychiatrist, I feel 100% better. I no longer obsess over that day or have intrusive thoughts for months now. Life is so much better. Stay strong, get help. I think the most therapeutic part for me was telling someone. I was embarrassed, I sobbed like baby thinking my wife would think less of me, but I feel so amazing now. There is a stigma but we have to overcome it. As a 6 feet 4 inches / 250 pounds man, it was extremely hard to show my ultimate weakness, but I did it and don't regret anything. Thanks for reading, internet friends. Be strong, talk. I'm in my mid-20s, male, and I've had anxiety all my life and depression since I finished high school, never gone to a doctor about those two-toe. I don't think I could ever kill myself while my parents are alive. I just couldn't bear doing that to them. They don't understand why I always play games, don't go out on the weekends or do things that people my age usually do. I haven't talked to them about it. Video games for me are an escape. While playing I don't think about anything else and time just go by fast. I'm a loner, I know many people but they're all just acquaintances, nothing more. I don't get invited to any events or contacted other than if someone needs something. My social anxiety has prevented me from gaining any experience with the opposite sex. This all just adds to my depression, the sheer loneliness of my life. People will often say I'm funny or great to be around or I'm always smiling, but that's just me trying to hide the pain and maybe make someone else's day better. Usually the people who are always smiling are the ones that are hurting the most. I finished college a few months ago and I could care less. I have zero motivation. I daydream a lot and it helps me. I daydream about a normal life of having a girlfriend, traveling the world with her, a life without anxiety and depression and what that would be like. I don't think I've ever been in a social interaction without my anxiety going through the roof. I'm just always anxious about something. Sometimes I'll stop and ask myself, why is my heart racing? What am I supposed to be anxious about? Then I'll remember that it's something I have to do in a few days. I don't know what the next few years have in store for me nor where my life will take. I don't know if this is even appropriate to post here. I'm second guessing myself, but I'll do it anyway. I'm anxious on how someone will respond. That's even going on in my head. I just felt like I needed to get it off my chest. This is actually the first time in my life I've ever expressed myself in any form on this topic. I could probably write 10 pages in detail on this. My best friend killed himself about 11 years ago at the age of 25. I will never forget when he called me the last time. We talked casually. At the end of the conversation he dropped a question on how I dealt with my anxiety attacks as he was experiencing a similar situation. At this point in his life he was just about to finish his degree in industrial design. He had a girlfriend from Spain and life in general looked promising. However, I guess he felt anxiety about his girlfriend leaving back for her home country, him ending one life segment and entering a new one. He jumped off his balcony located on the 8th floor. I remember getting the call where I was told that he was gone. I had to lean over as I felt all my air was sucked out of my lungs. Surreal. I remember cleaning out his apartments with other friends to help his parents, driving his car back to his parents from the college town he lived in. I remember us meeting in 1989 in first grade, where we became friends. I remember being at his funeral. Tom was his name. And I remember you forever. I'm 40 and don't know how to hang on any longer. I've been depressed for almost my entire life, tried every medication out there, therapy, hospitals, nothing has worked, and I've lost everything that mattered. I quit my job today because I just can't anymore. It's not so much that I want to kill myself, more that I don't want to be alive, and haven't wanted to be for a very, very long time. Edit, want to thank you all for the responses. Too depressed to respond to each one, guess I mostly just wanted to stand up and be counted before leaving. Hey, I don't know if people will see this, but I've been in a deep black hole for a while. It started 2 years ago, when my best and only friend moved away. I was lonely, but it was bearable. Soon I began to like my isolation and would push away any possible friends before they could get close. My inner voice became my friend. But she was a bitch. What started out as little comments on my weight and looks, became worse. It happened so gradually that I never even noticed. I soon lost my love for art, my one passion, and flunked my degree. My parents were so angry and disappointed, they thought I was lazy. Because I never wanted to get out of bed, I stopped caring for my looks and gained weight. Soon I contemplated suicide. It started out as whispers, they'd be better off without you, no one cares, you're a disappointment. I nearly did one night. I sat on the bed with a packet of pills and stared. My parents were on holiday and I was alone. The only thing that stopped me was my mum. Years earlier my biological dad killed himself in front of my mum, and she told me how the pain never goes that the suicide victim feels, it just gets passed on to the people they leave behind. I couldn't do that to her or my dad or my family and best friend. Eventually I broke down to my mum. Both my parents and elder brother were amazing, I got so much support and help. Now 6 months on, I've finished therapy. I'm still on antidepressants, but life is looking up. I've started gaining back my confidence and I've got new friends and old ones who have stuck by me. I'm here to say that you can get out that hole. It is possible. It's a bumpy journey with lots of stops and diversions, but the same destination, your happiness. I know not everyone is as lucky as me with supportive parents and friends, but if anyone needs help and support from someone who understands, message me please. You are worth it, you just need to realize it. Edit, spelling. I'll be honest, the times I felt desperate, all I ever wanted was a friend to tolerate me and be patient with me. Someone to share in my excitement and happiness. The problem is that people half-ass everything. No one really commits to anything anymore. I'm scared. I'm scared for my future because I struggle with depression and wonder what my place in life is. If talented singers / chefs / designers and successful people choose to end their life, what is my fate? No disrespect to this thread, but these websites do not help the problem at all. Such as most suicide hotlines, if you reach rock bottom in life and call them for help to talk about it, they will track your location down and police will take you to a mental hospital without your consent. When you get out, slam you with medical bills many people can't pay, put you on a prescription plan for pills, and assume you're treated. This is a huge problem in the mental health community. People with suicidal tendencies are not calling for help out of fear of this. There are newer, safer numbers you can contact if you seriously need to talk that have a strict policy that they cannot call the police on you. If anyone needs these numbers, I can look through my saved and DM you. I do not want anyone to feel as if their life is threatened for reaching out to help. Probably no one is going to see this, but I tried to kill myself with sleeping pills when my doc passed away and failed. She was my only and best friend. I loved her so much. I'm still recovering from it, knowing that it's probably what she would have wanted me to do, to continue to live my life for her and be happy. Shitty child and my parents' divorce gave me depression before I knew what it was. I remember being like 6 and telling my mom I wanted to be dead and didn't really want to be here anymore. She told me that life is full of ups and downs and that I should never want to give up, and then I remember her saying that once you're gone, there is no coming back. People will cry and will be heartbroken, they will always remember you, but they will have to continue with their lives and move on. It was a dark reality as a child, but knowing why was scary. I was suicidal for years, not caring about myself. I had a pistol in my mouth more than I'd like to admit. I was the most fun guy at all the parties, but dying inside. Sometimes cutting myself to feel something. Then it happened. A few years after high school, my best friend, after being accepted at a Big Ten college and getting scholarships, he washed his truck, cleaned his room and went and bought a box of hunting shells and blew his head off in a park a few miles from his house. No reason. No note. After the police asked if I knew whose phone number was in his pocket. It was my new cell number. I was devastated and confused, hurt, mad and just sad. I still, to this day, will never forget that he could have just called me and talked. My depression got worse throughout the years after losing both my parents to cancer and my sister to an overdose 3 years ago. But I will never give up. I will never do that which was done to me. Get help, talk to your friends, talk to a counselor, but also be a good listener and a good friend. Someone just might need your help without straight out asking for it. Be there for each other. Never give up.